Look, my cat is in the video. You guys are so lucky today. She's never in the videos. She missed me because I was at a silent film festival all day. And not only was I at a silent film festival, I programmed the silent film festival. Isn't that exciting? I was lucky enough to get to program 3 films at the Plaza here in Atlanta. We started with Passion of Joan of Arc, followed by Oscar Micheaux's Body and Soul, and we ended with uh, Nosferatu. And I am wearing a shirt that is Man with a Movie Camera. That's my silent film nerd shirt. And I'm about to go to Pordenone, so you're not going to see me. This is your last review you're going to see until I'm back from Pordenone in several weeks. So I'm going to end it with silent film and then come back and talk about even more silent film. Somehow I had never seen Oscar Micheaux's Body and Soul. I've seen several other of his silent films, but Body and Soul had not seen. And so when I was programming this has an Atlanta connection, as it's supposed to be set in Georgia, and at one point she goes to Atlanta, but it's not actually Atlanta. It's filmed in New York. This was a chance to show sort of an Atlanta movie in Atlanta and also get to see it for the first time. Micheaux is an interesting filmmaker because his films never quite work, but they're always fascinating. And in the case of this one, it was originally a 9-reel film, but it got edited down because of censors to 5 reels. And so I think perhaps some of the coherence of the film would come if you had the missing 4 reels. But essentially, the plot is that an escaped prisoner passes himself off as a reverend in a small town in Georgia. He takes advantage, let's put it that way, of one of his parishioners and her daughter, who also happens to be in love with his estranged twin brother. So the mother wants her daughter to marry this preacher, but her daughter wants to marry this penniless inventor who happens to be the preacher's twin brother. What you later find out is that this preacher has raped her, stolen her money, and forced her to go off and die destitute and alone. And when the mother discovers this, she shames the preacher in front of the entire congregation, and they basically run him out on a rail. Then the movie gets strange in that then she wakes up and it's a dream, and she realizes the error of her ways and helps the two that were really in love get married. But is it really a dream, or did she lose her mind after her daughter has died and she's imagining what she should have done? It's kind of up to you. It's a little ambiguous. The woman playing the daughter is really, really good. Her name was Julia Teresa Russell, and she is so good, so beautiful, so heartbreaking. And obviously Paul Robeson in the dual roles as the twins is astounding. He is so terrifying as this like evil minister. Very much similar to Night of the Hunter kind of creepiness wrapped up in biblical, garb. And I think what the film is really trying to say is a commentary and critique on the blind faith of the church. Because you can believe in the word of God and you can have spirituality, but that doesn't necessarily mean that those who cloak themselves in that and who live that life are actually just to be trusted just because they are wearing the cloth. And as we've learned over the course of forever, the clergy isn't always the best place. There's a lot of corruption in the church. There always has been. And acknowledging that is important. And this is a film that does that in a very striking and sad way. So if you've not seen it, it's available in several different collections. I think it's on the Paul Robeson Criterion edition. It's Kino has it on there. I believe it's on the um, Pioneers of African American Cinema. You can watch really shitty public domain versions on YouTube. Very grateful that I got to program it and see it on the big screen. It's beautiful on the big screen. Um, so this is Oscar Micheaux's Body and Soul. It's really, really good. This is an adorable cat who is never in the videos. I am heading to Italy to watch a ton of silent movies. The next time you see me, I'll be talking about all of the silent films that I'm going to see at Pordenone. And I'll see you in a couple weeks.